welcome back to another Quick Take Celebrity News edition. Hey, so in this video, we're going to be talking about Wendy's thoughts of what she's got going on, her plans, and what she feels she may see herself doing maybe possibly later on after this whole guardianship thing goes away. As you may know, I've actually dropped 2 previous videos in regards to the situation going on with Wendy Williams. It's basically in stages, so definitely if you haven't had an opportunity to take a watch, go ahead and make sure you do so and leave your thoughtful comments down below. Love to know what you're thinking about both of those sharings as well as this one as well. So look at this as an update to the update to the update, and let's go ahead and dive right on in. Now in this particular quick take, we're going to take a little bit more of a deep dive into that phone call interview that Wendy did this Tuesday with Good Day New York, and also look at what she potentially sees herself as options and what she can do as far as her career and getting that back on track, as well as a little bit of a down memory lane as to how Wendy has gotten to where she was, maybe still is, professionally. So let's go ahead and get into this quick take. Now, according to Showbiz Cheat Sheet, Wendy Williams says she plans on going back to work after her guardianship. She says, I have options. Now, Wendy Williams was placed under financial guardianship in 2022 and has been living at an assisted living facility for months. Now she's saying what she'll do when she's finally free. Former radio and talk show host Wendy Williams believes that cognitive competency tests she recently took at a New York City hospital, which found her to have strong mental capacity, will be key in finally getting released from the guardianship she's been under since 2022. Williams has been fighting for her freedom, and she's one step closer to getting to it. During a conversation with Rosanna Scotto on Good Day New York, Williams was on the phone saying what she plans to do once this whole ordeal finally blows over. Spoiler alert, she does plan on going back to work. Now, Wendy Williams says she has options when she's finally free. As you know, Williams' mental health became a concern back in 2022 after Wells Fargo froze her bank accounts over her financial advisor telling the company that Williams wasn't in the best place mentally. Ultimately, she was placed under financial guardianship, but in 2024, things became trickier when Williams was admitted to an assisted living facility after being diagnosed with dementia. However, Williams has repeatedly denied the need to be in the care of others, either physically or financially. And she recently underwent a cognitive evaluation that found her to be perfectly capable in terms of memory and cognitive function. Williams believes it is the first step to securing her freedom, and she recently spoke with Rosanna Scotto of Good Day New York about her plans for when all of this finally comes to an end. Going back to work, Williams said of what her life will look like after the guardianship. She also revealed that she plans to stay in New York. What will I do? I have options, she added. Williams didn't give too many details about the specifics of going back to work, but it will likely fall somewhere in the TV or radio space. However, she made one thing clear. In terms of getting out of guardianship, that is my #1 most important thing. Now, as you all know, Wendy Williams has a long history in the TV and radio space. Wendy Williams has been in talk and television for decades. She previously hosted The Wendy Williams Show for 14 seasons up until its final season in 2022, and before that, she was a popular radio host in the New York City area. Williams' current TV slot on Fox has been replaced with Sherri Shepherd's talk show, and it's unclear if she would even want to return to the syndicated talk show space. However, having had such a long history in radio, it wouldn't be a huge surprise if Williams wound up back on a local New York radio show or even started a podcast where she talked a bit about her experience once the guardianship finally ends. Well, there you have it. Wendy Williams apparently is looking to the future and looking to see what lies in her path for what she's able to do and what she'll probably get back into when this whole entire debacle of a guardianship situation comes to an end, which, as I shared 2 videos ago, my thoughts is it probably will at some point. Now, there's a lot of fight going on here, and I definitely want to know your thoughts as to why that's the case. Now, of course, all things are alleged at this point, but I think that we're getting closer and closer to finding the truth of the matter and the heart of the matter of what's been going on and all the contentiousness around it. which, let's face it, it's already been pretty much put out there. There's a lot of chatter going on, so it's just a point of seeing when it bubbles up to the top where it becomes really the front and center situation in regards to this. Now, a lot of people want to see Wendy Williams out and about, back doing what she was doing, because she was so beloved in that entertainment space. She's a great talk show host. She's a great radio show host. She's got a great personality, and people just absolutely love her. And we want to see her not only back into doing the things that she loves, but being in a healthy space in order to do that. Now, let's face it, all of us sometimes can come into a position where we need a little bit of a break. Sometimes we find ourselves in situations where we need to take the time to kind of rejuvenate, get ourselves back on track, and be able to move forward. So if Wendy's situation is in fact that way, let's hope that that works out for her in the same manner in which it should as well. Now, I also did ask you about your thoughts in regards to the Britney Spears guardianship, and if you felt that there were some similarities or if there were not similarities. Like I shared 2 videos ago about this, I felt like there is a bit of a difference, if you will, between the 2 situations. But you know what? I don't know all of the things about Britney Spears' guardianship situation. I just knew it lasted for a really long time. But it did seem like when it came to light that she said, I want out of this, with the Free Britney movement, she got out of it. So I'd love to know your thoughts in comparison, what you think. There's obviously differences here, different situations that brought both of these ladies to the position and to where they were put into a guardianship. But I look at the treatment and the things that have happened subsequently, and also the money loss. What do you think about that? I really would love to know your thoughts respectfully down below in the comment section. So please go ahead and leave them there so we can be able to talk about it. And I want to get an idea of what you're thinking about when it comes to these things, as well as I love sharing my opinions. I love to know yours as well. And I do appreciate when you do share about what your thoughts are, respectfully, of course, like you always do. So that way we can make sure that we're maintaining an opportunity for everyone to feel comfortable and be able to share what they think about some of these things. Now, there's some true issues, obviously, that are associated with both of those guardianships, but bringing it back to Wendy Williams, there's a lot of things going here on this situation. There's a lot of layers to this, and I just love to know your thoughts. And, I know there's people that actually work in the field of mental health and situations like this too. So if you know someone that is, in this situation, familiar to the situation, if you're familiar or just have thoughts about it, I'd like to know your thoughts. It's quite interesting to be able to learn different things from different people about certain things that are going on in our everyday lives, or in some people's everyday lives, right? But I tell you what, this right here is a textbook example of what to pay attention to when it comes to these potential situations. And I, for one, all goes well, I would definitely love for Wendy Williams to get back on the platform that she is most comfortable with. And I think that she has truly a testimony to share about this situation and how you can find yourself in these situations. So that always is a positioning where I appreciate when someone can be of help or a service to others and getting out information that can help them in order to not put themselves in the same situation, or maybe even help them to guide them when you need resources and opportunities to get around certain things or to get through certain things in order to help your situation. So with that being said, there's so much to talk about here. This is such not only a meaty story, of course, and definitely all over social media, as well as just in the ether, period. It's on our mind because this is someone that a lot of us have been accustomed to really enjoying her banter and her commentary on things, and we want to really know what is going on here. I think it's only fair for Wendy to be able to have the opportunity to share just that. So it may end up being something that wraps up soon, or it may take a little bit longer, but we're all here for it. We're here to see what goes on, and we definitely want to see the transparency of things and make sure that things are being handled in the way that they should be. But I have a funny feeling we're going to find out a lot more as time continues to unfold. So with that, I thank you so much for being here, and I think that'll about do it for this particular quick take, but I definitely want to know your thoughts. And definitely, if you haven't had an opportunity to go back and see those last 2 videos that I did, definitely please make sure you do and leave your thoughts there as well, so we can have a conversation about what's going on here and how we see things looking as time goes on. And so with that, if you are new here and you haven't had an opportunity to hit the subscribe button, I hope that you will. I thank you so much, because I definitely want you to be part of the family. I appreciate all of you that have been rocking with me ever since and throughout this journey, and our new subscribers as well. Welcome to the family. I so appreciate you. Thank you again so much for being here, and definitely make sure you have your all bell notifications on, and yeah, be back for the next videos, okay? Definitely want to know your thoughts on that. And if you are appreciating the content and you're appreciating the information being shared and just the, conversation about that surrounding the situation, I definitely appreciate a like as well. So with that, you take care and be safe. And yeah, until next time, bye.